Hi, I'm Aiden Kastner. I play Pippin.
A young man trying to figure out who he is, trying to understand and go through life, find something that is important to him, find his life's purpose.
Familiar with the musical before you auditioned for it?
Yeah, so in my hometown, I was in the show as well, but I didn't really feel connected with the show as much as I do now.
Okay.
Because with the show I did before, I got a call from my old director and was actually asked to be in the show 3 weeks before opening night.
Oh, wow.
So I had no time to practice. It was very, very rushed. I didn't really know the story at all. So being able to do it again, especially as the lead, is just an honor, to say the least.
What do you feel like were your biggest takeaways between the two and having that year to sort of sit with the story and kind of wrap your head around it more?
The biggest I think I got between the two is just seeing how big of an interpretation you can really put on a musical like this. This is a very special musical because it can be interpreted in so many different ways. It's so open to different perspectives. And just seeing the difference between the first show I did and this one now is so different and so interesting to see how everyone perceives the different things.
What are some examples of those differences or observations you made?
So for example, in our show, the leading player in our show is very sort of inviting, but also sort of a little, I forgot what show it is. It gives off that inviting, creepy vibe. You're drawn in, but it's a little weird. You feel something's wrong, but you are drawn into it. And in the first show we did, the leading player was very, very happy and joyous and was always upbeat until the very end where she snapped. And so just seeing all these different interpretations of both characters and settings and styles, because I'm not allowed to give away too much,
right.
But the setting for the show now is very interesting compared to how it was before, because before it was very classic. It was we had a farm, we had a kingdom, all this stuff.
Right.
And now it's very, very different.
Taking the character sort of in this different direction that you just described, how did that come about? Are those things that you discovered on your own, or did Gary kind of push you in a particular direction? Or explain to me that dance and how that came to be.
Well, for typically my character, there were small bits and pieces here and there that Gary sort of said, I would like you to try it this way. But for the most part, I've always thought of this show kind of like who I am today.
Okay.
Because Pippin is a show about this young kid growing into an adult, finding out where he wants to be in life.
Right.
And that's where a lot of college students especially are at right now.
Right.
So all of these experiences, even though these scenes represent what's happening, they've represented a part of my life. So I can pull that out of my memories or my past and be able to present that to the people and to the audience and show this is not just a musical. This is what people go through as well.
Yeah. With COVID hit the fan, and explain to me what that felt like and how you sort of have processed terrible, unfortunate turn of events.
It was heart-wrenching, but
Yeah.
I completely understood. Everyone needs to stay safe.
Right.
Everyone needs to stay healthy, but it's one of those things for probably not just myself, but many artists where we fully believe the show must go on. And since
Right.
we are so close, we were begging and hoping they just let us at least one show, at least one. Let us get that satisfaction.
Yeah.
And none of us thought it would come to fruition. All of us were sort of down and out, didn't think it was going to happen. We all thought that was the end. So it was really a heart-wrenching moment. And in my opinion, I think the hardest part was seeing everyone else in the cast, my co-stars in the ensemble and everyone else that I consider my family, seeing how heartbroken they were and how hard they worked on this show, just seeing it all come to an end. So it's truly a blessing that we're able to come back and do it again in the fall.